Hi, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca Adams. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast, and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always. Are the people in your life adding or subtracting to it? Now, this is a really big, powerful, massive question. So grab yourself a notebook and pen and write down everyone who you surround yourself with, whether it be family, whether it be friends, colleagues, whoever it is. Just write it down, okay? Do not let them find the list. And the reason is, I want you to make a list of everyone who you surround yourself with because people do influence you more than you may actually realize. You know that old saying, oh, so and so got in with the wrong crowd. Well, yeah, exactly that. But the ripple effect is that the people you surround yourself with, you will start to have the same beliefs and values of them. You might start mirroring their behavior and things, and it can actually sabotage you, and it can also empower you. So positive and negative. You know what I mean? So what I want you to do is write down everyone who you surround yourself with, the people that you chat to, everything else. And then next to their name, I want you to put, okay, are you ready? I want you to put a positive or negative next to that person. Now, you have to be really, really honest with yourself. You can do a scale of 1 to 10 if you want, with 10 being really, really positive, like happy, skippy, everything, and how they influence you. Do they drain your energy? Are they like a mobile phone? You're on the network, and then it kind of, your battery, you need charging at the end of the day. Exactly that. That's what I want you to do. Are they negative? Do they moan? Do they whinge all the time? Blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't mean the friends who actually need someone to talk to. You're their ear and you're actually helping them. That is completely different in a way. But if they're doing it 24/7, 365, then yeah, there's an issue. So what I want you to do is really look at, are these people who you spend a lot of your time with, are they adding to your life or are they subtracting? Because we don't want anyone who is kind of sucking the energy out of you. They are just me, 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 and all this, and it's all about them. And they are subtracting from your life, because then that means, number one, your energy is drained. Number two, it's as though everything's been sucked out, all the oxygen's been sucked out of the air, and you are struggling in yourself. So you really, really need to have a look at who you surround yourself with. And I'm not just talking about people like family, friends, everything. I'm talking about everything. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm talking about programs that you watch, music that you listen to, YouTube videos that you might watch as well, and everything in your life. Everything in your life needs and should be adding positive, empowering, inspiring things to your life and feeding that high vibration, positive energy, not negative. Now, I'm a very, high vibe person. I live on the frequency every single day, the positive frequency, high level mindset, quantum shifting and leaping constantly. And I master a mindset, and I get asked this question so many times. How do you release someone who's toxic or negative from your life, especially when they're family members? Now, the thing is, the first point of call, is delete and block if you can. If you can't, you need to reduce your time that you actually spend with that person. Obviously, if programs or music is affecting you, you can always change channel. But with human beings, it's completely a different scenario, right? So then, if you can't delete and block, and you'll find it really difficult to kind of reduce the time, especially if it's a spouse or something, reduce the time available to them, What you then need to do is look at the boundaries of what you're setting, and you need to be a voice for yourself that you will not have that behavior, or you will not be spoken to in a certain way. Now, I have certain rules in my home, okay, that I will not tolerate certain things, and it's non-negotiable. It doesn't matter who comes into my home. Okay, my home is full of, everyone loves my house. It's full of high energy. Everyone feels at home. It's so positive, and it's just oozing all the goodness. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter what house I live in. It's not the building. It's actually what I do. I mean, obviously I sage the house, and we've got cards and crystals and high energy vibes and mindset anyway, all in it. And I'm like this constantly all the time anyway. But the thing is that I have non-negotiable things in my house that I will pull that person up on it, regardless of their age, regardless who they are to me. It doesn't really matter. I am very respectful and mindful. My nan taught me well. However, I do put the boundaries in place, and I am a voice. My son has special needs, and I'm also a voice for him. I'm also a voice for my daughter if needs be, and so on and so on. And you need to wear your crown and have that power as well. So the best way of doing it is to do the exercise that I said right at the beginning of the podcast. Grab a notebook and pen, or even a piece of paper, and write down all the people you surround yourself with, everyone you listen to, everyone that, every single person, okay? And then what I want you to do is have a look at whether they're positive or negative, whether they're adding value or not, and try and get them on 8s, 9s, and 10s if you're on the positive scale. If you've decided to do the scale, then you're going for 8, 9s, and 10s. If they are subtracting from you, making you feel like rubbish, making you second guess yourself, they're not supporting you, they're not your cheerleaders, then you really need to have a look at who you surround yourself with and how you can reduce time with them. And say, no, sorry, I'm not available that day. Anything like that. Reduce the time and delete and block if you can, or reduce the time with them, or if not, and put your boundaries in place, become a voice, and start standing up for yourself as well. You will then send out the vibe, okay, of what you will and won't tolerate. And then also don't forget, people are watching you as well. So you are also setting the bar for your children or godchildren or grandchildren or whoever's watching you, in order to go, oh, actually, you know what, you can't talk about X, Y, and Z in so and so's house, or you shut down that conversation straight away. There are certain conversations that I shut down straight away and say, right, can we change the subject, please? And if not, I will be prepared to leave the room. It's not a problem. So obviously that little bit is in my head. I don't actually say that, well, if you don't change it, I'm going to leave the room. That's in my head because I am prepared to leave the room, leave that conversation, hang up, or whatever, if the subject's not changed, because it's not adding value to my life or your life if we're in a conversation. Now, you can do 2-minute rants or whatever to your friends, get advice, this, that, and the other. I'm not on about that. I'm on about constant things that you need to evaluate and look at, because you are going into the abundance stage. You're going into the elevation stage. You are moving forward with your life, and you can't do it if you are surrounded by negativity, if you are surrounded by people who moan and whinge and all of this constantly, because it's going to be draining you as well. So remember, you're like a mobile phone. You need to charge yourself up all the time, and you need to surround yourself with incredible, powerful people. So let me know how you get on. Do not come back and have a go at me and say, Rebecca, I'm blaming you, I've lost my 10-year relationship. You know what? You've got to see if they're adding. It's a give and take relationship. It's not just take, and it's not all about them. It's all about giving and taking and respecting the time and the energy, and standing up for yourself and being a voice as well. So have fun with that exercise.